All right, everyone. Hello, Baldo Bros. It's now time for a Rekieta retardation. Let's break down the recent happenings in the Rekieta sphere. Now, as I mentioned last time, Rekieta has not been streaming, and it's a major reason why I and other people haven't really been talking about him. There's been nothing interesting that's happened ever since that locals cope stream that I covered, right? Where he goes up there and explains that he just got out of rehab while denying that it was rehab and just looking like a complete mess. Like, oh man, yeah, holding up a can of Coca-Cola, like, oh, I'm gonna drink some Coke. It's like, come on, bro, you're not funny, you never were, but it's getting worse with time, and I think the situation is unraveling, right? We're at the point now where Nick is like has long burned through all of his goodwill. He's running out of money, and there's really no hope of recovery to the point where I do expect this to be one of the biggest falls from graces, the biggest fall from grace ever in YouTube history. I cannot think of anyone who speed ran a decline from the top so quickly, like within 5 years. Like, I don't personally know anyone like that. Like for someone like Review Tech USA, it took over a decade, and it's like I don't think Rich is as bad as this guy is. Now, the thing about Nick though is that he is a trust fund kid, and that's probably why things turned out the way he did. Right? You know, he was being taken care of, and he got his money through the business and immediately started living like his ideal lifestyle. And as it turns out, his ideal lifestyle is just unbelievably degenerate, disgusting, deplorable behavior. Let's take a look at some of the statements he's made in recent days. Let's see. Oh, can I not bring it up? Can I not open it? Oh shit. Okay. Open image, new tab, that work. Okay. LMAO cuck. Oh wow, he's finally started blocking people. Lol. I always thought he never did that, or only did it for extremely rare and unique situations, which I'm not sure if this would have been one of those before his druggy phase. I'm blocking nerds because I'm tired of being barked at by fucking nerds. Only cool people get to talk to me. If you get blocked, it'll probably just remind you of growing up. So Rekieta thinks he's like the schoolyard bully. He thinks he's like he thinks he's like one of those kids at one of those like prep school movies who just the high school 80s bully who just goes around like shoving people into lockers and calling them nerds, right? He's LARPing as if he's some like hardcore badass. He thinks he's cool. That's the most frustrating thing about this is that he thinks he's awesome. Okay. April's AG. Oh, IG, excuse me. So her Instagram. April Anderson 11. I love you. I always have. I just love me now too. Talk about trashy bullshit. I love you. I always have. I just love me now too. What does she mean always? She met him in like the last couple of years. Like she met him while she was married. Like what a bitch. Like all right, let's see. Okay, wait, that's just a different picture. Okay. Previously so only seen on my ex account. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh Of course, Aaron has buck broken Nick. Let's break this down with the caveat that Aaron was and is a retard who has self owned more than the needful. Aaron has had sex with at least three different women. Nick only confirmed with two. Aaron is not gay. Nick has pretended to be gay multiple times. I can attest to that, right? Like he's confirmed this in like live streams that like he pretended to be gay to get with Kayla, which in and of itself is like a major red flag that the motherfucker is like a complete and total degenerate. Like I don't think I've ever heard of like a stupid that is just unbelievably degenerate. Like imagine being so underhanded and manipulative that you pretend to be gay to get with a chick. Like has actually boxed people, has never been in a fight, actually had a career, has never had a career, is free of April, stuck with April and Kayla. Yeah, like that's the thing with Kayla. Like April for Nick is an upgrade. Like I know, like it looks. I feel like for a lot of people, it would look as if like Nick made out like a bandit by like fucking them both, right? But he's like miserable with Kayla, right? Like April's like a complete whore who will leave him for like someone else, right? He's not winning by like being in a three-way relationship with them. It just doesn't work. Has dealt with minor legal troubles for low cost, worse and way more expensive legal problems. Never used the Baldo, used by the Baldo. Not possessed, possessed by a Tulpa demon. Never liked, never hated, once loved, now loathed. Of course, Nick is trying to tear down Aaron after Aaron spurned his love. Aaron is at least 1.5 times better than Nikki by most metrics. Let's see. I guess being right takes too long. I wonder if it ever gets lonely thinking you can live without me. I'm flashing a wicked smile in your direction. What else do I have to do to get your attention, stupid? Oh, is this the April Law? Okay. Okay. So I saw a lot of these tweets, and this has come up before, and I really, really want to put this out there because I don't know if it's this is actually April. Like my opinion, going by like my observations of like the recent tweets and from this account and things like this, like it looks as if Nick has control over her account and is making all these crazy statements that I don't know if she would actually make. Like to me, I just think this kind of like sappy romantic shit. It sounds like a dude like LARPing as if this chick is like completely in love with him. Like people compare have compared this to like Spoonie and his dog, right? Where it seems like a role play as opposed to an actual account. And look at the account name, like April Law 1111. Like what? What? April Law? Like wouldn't she have come up with something more personalized? Didn't she have her own account? Like again, I don't know for sure, but very interesting. They take it in turns to tweet. Nick goes off for a while, then April does. Now April's quiet for the last 10 minutes, and Nick has started back up again. Really activates those almonds. Yeah. And these people are like in their 40s, and they're involved in so much high school tier drama. It makes my skin crawl. Well, April's 30, but they're just dumb and childish. One of them is pretty clearly a dig at Aaron, allegedly not being able to bring her to orgasm, a common tale in the Dabbleverse, while implying Nick dated for the first time, possibly violated. I finally came for once in my life. Let's see. Aaron broke both of them. You'd think they'd have bigger things to worry about, like their criminal cases, but yeah, the unhinged like tweeting, like that does seem like more indicative of what Nick is doing. Like yeah, I do think it's Nick on an April account or that he has access to it. Let's see. I would love to be his wife someday. Let's see. Yeah, lots of April related shit recently. I'm way too cool to ever be a sister wife. Even if I was mistaken as one once. Okay, like in the hot tub stream, like she straight up like says, "Is this a sister wife situation?" So I don't think she would actually say this, but I would love to be his wife someday though. If given the chance, he's really cool and really sexy. I'm rooting for you, Rekieta Law. So I'm curious if like the marriage is declining. Uh, I'm way too cool to ever be a sister wife. You people, you mean the legal professionals, media personalities, regular small town American Joes, everyone in the real world is lowing. Yeah, yeah. For the first time publicly, I completely agree. We were custom built for each other. What? Okay. I'm so. She's making fat women bad jokes. Yeah, exactly like Nick. I don't know what a slam piece is, but if you're referring to a woman you'd like to have sex with, probably better to not call her something that sounds like ham. Don't want her to feel fat first or at all. No matter what she looks like, she shouldn't feel that way. I yeah, I think it is Nick using the account because it's just so consistent with how he behaves. Wait, hang on. Oops. Let's see. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Still looks smoking to me. This video looks like a lot of fun. Not like it makes me a sister wife. I'm just quoting you, April. Yep, yep, yep. This video looks like a lot of fun. What? Yeah, very. Yeah, I am convinced this is Nick under April's account. Wow. His impetus is me, and it will be from here till he dies. Now you could have just reposted my post instead of taking time to copy my text and put them between quotation marks. But I'd rather you take more of your time on me. I'm the most sober I've ever been. Since I got sober, I thought I'd be over you by now. I'm not. So, like, did he lose track of what account he was on? I'm the most sober as I've ever been. Yeah. So this is Nick under the account. I'm the most sober as I've ever been. This is a Nick thing. Is like denying that he was ever an alcoholic. Yeah, so this is Nick. All right, wow. Okay. Covert is a fucking gay word someone came up with that I had to go along with. For a foursome that Aaron asked me to be a part of with him, which I agreed to because I loved him and I loved them. Now it's over. It didn't have to be. Kiover is a fucking gay word. Didn't Kayla make that up? Like again, I don't know everything about like the Kayla side of things, but that I had to go along with for a foursome that Aaron asked me to be a part of with him, which I agreed to because I loved him. But I thought you loved Nick. Like this is this is unbelievably gay. Let's see. What the fuck does April even do in a glorified shed in the middle of nowhere with no friends? Does she even work? The ball though isn't that magnetic. Yeah, we're focusing on the tweets today. Let's not. Yeah, there's so much to get caught up on, and I think the thread is going pretty quick. So let's see. We'll just. All right, let's see here. But wait, I thought you said I was Rekieta Law. Which one is it? Ha ha, laugh a little. Glad you're starting to see me. Fucking nerd. What? Let the music play. He won't get away. She is still pretty, she is still smart, and she is still cool. One is not better than the other. But we do need to love ourselves and our partners, not just the idea of them. Hmm. But we do need to love ourselves and our partners, not just the idea of them. So it's like Nick throwing shade at Kayla. That's the impression I get from this one. Let's see here. Thank you for coming to my defense, even when you never had to. I love you, Rekieta Law. I'm blocking. Let's see. It's funnier because deep down he knows he's still a loser, just like when he had to run away to another country. One of the most dishonest people on LawTube. How's his Ladyboy Luncheon channel going? Pay attention to your own life. Glad you people are so fucking embarrassing. Oh, yes, they are. Imagine talking about calling the police on someone because of their tweets. The internet became so fucking unfun because of people like you. It's funnier because deep down he knows he's still a loser. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, there's some repeats there. See here. All right, we're almost caught up. I'm beginning to think it's just me and you, baby. Maybe we should create something new that no one's ever heard of or seen before. Are you with me, Rekieta Law? If this was April, and she really was like supportive of Kayla, like wouldn't she be talking about Kayla sometimes instead of like just arbitrarily just like referring to Nick all the time? Like I said, this is how you know it's a LARP because like everything April is posting is like all in association with Nick. Like nothing else happens. She's not posting all that many images of herself. Now we saw that one earlier on the Instagram, but like it doesn't feel like a woman is writing this. Like you should do a morning show and an evening show with a goal to not be cringe and beg. Call it Coke Show Morning Blow. Uh, she is still pretty. Oh wait, we already won. Let's see. See. All right. Okay. I hope the best for him and his, but at least this girl takes care of herself so she doesn't rot and die. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I don't know about him, maybe pray for him? His impetus is me, and it will be from here until he dies. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I think these are all just reposts. If nothing else happened. Okay, closing thoughts. Okay. Okay. So so Kayla, like Nick seems to have some sort of control over this April account where he's coming to his own defense, LARPing as April. Like, oh, the pretty girl likes me, so that means I must be cool. But no, it's just making you look like a loser and everyone's seeing through it. Right? Like maybe they're sharing the account, maybe not, but I do think it's safe to say there's something going on here that does not look good for Nick. Lots of interesting implications in these tweets, like in regards to the dynamic between the household, the whole like wife thing, making you my wife thing. I want to be his wife. Um, you know, the shitting on like the term cover, like Qver or Q over, whatever it is. Uh, like the implication, I think, and I felt this way for a long time, is that like Nick is absolutely favoring April over Kayla, and it is causing a lot of friction in the household. Kayla's probably getting to the point where she is getting like tired of it. And Nick wants to commit. Like Nick wants April to be part of their lives forever. And I'm sure that like a lot of other people aren't on board with this. I'm sure Nick and Kayla's kids aren't happy with it. I'm sure the parents are pushing back against it because like this is going to like severely limit like the trust fund. Having some other woman come in and start taking money, some trashy thought come in and start taking like the oil money. That's going to be a big deal. I think that's really going to impact their financial stability going forward. It's going to cause a lot of problems for them. So, what I think this means, what I think this indicates is that there is going to be like, um, I do think we are going to start seeing friction in the marriage. Like, I do think we are on the verge of the marriage collapsing. I do think divorce is not off the table at this point. I do think that like uh, Nick isn't going to be able to get away with like marrying them both or whatever. And I do think like he would prefer Kayla to just leave with the kids. That would be like his ideal. So that's probably what he wants to happen is for Kayla to just leave or like um but yeah, we might be seeing like like some major happening in the next year or so in regards to this. Well, we definitely are. It's just a matter of seeing like what it amounts to and who's affected by this. Like, is it gonna be April who gets fucked? Is it gonna be Kayla? Like, Nick's definitely done like no matter what. But I don't think it's. I think for April specifically, if she left him today, she would be able to like find someone else and like restabilize herself and like move on to like the next host. But I do think Nick's at the point now where like there's simply no possible way to recover from this, right? He is a drug addicted loser. He is addicted to alcohol. He does have all these personal problems. Like I would not be surprised if he ends up going to prison at some point. Like and he just isn't capable of stopping what he's doing, right? And I'm curious if like his behavior is going to result in new like depraved things. Like I wonder if people are going to start noticing if there's something else we don't know about going on behind the scenes. Maybe it's certainly not impossible, but I do think we're in like the declining part of the saga where the the we reached the climax a while ago, and now we're just like watching everything just kind of fall apart, right? And it's really interesting to see, really really amazing to watch. It's we'll have to see just how things develop from here, but I'm sure absolutely that things are going to get worse.